Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you all have been doing magically well. Let us jump into your reading for the week and see what messages your guides have for you and what they want to tell us, right? I hear that we need to be more patient with both with ourselves and with other people too, because I think that we may have some trying times. We may feel super emotional, and it is a time period to really think about forgiveness for ourselves and other. So I heard that before we pulled cards, but let's also see that what we have here. I think some of us may be feeling really disappointed. We've got the Three of Swords here with I almost feel that some people who are listening are disappointed with like the divine, or like with God, or whatever you ascribe to, but that their disappointment is there. And I think that this has to do with loss and grief, and feeling like, like it's not fair, or like you're not sure of why, what the purpose is, or what the lesson was to be had. And it feels at times overwhelming, or like you just like you're seeing pictured here, like you just want to like scream, and you're like, it's enough, right? Like, especially for some of you who've had like one thing after the other, or that's how it feels. It feels like it, like it doesn't ease up the burden. And I hear that some of you have a heavy load of burden. And so I think being patient with yourself, it's feeling your feelings, these are real and genuine, and finding a way to move forward is what your guides say is going to help you. But that could be harder to figure out what that map looks like. Your next card is Two of Pentacles. So I think also there's some disappointment with the way resources have been doled out to you, right? You're not the only one, right? And your guides want you to know that there is a push and a pull, that there's balance with things, and that you have to, you really have to choose what you're going to put your resources into wisely. Right? And so that's the message with this one is they're not telling you to, and I think this is tied to monetary abundance. They're not telling you to watch every dollar that you spend closely, or to never, treat yourself or give, but just think about it as a push and a pull. If you're going to expend in something, then where do you pull back in something else? And to really think about your budget and how you are going to make do with what you have, right? So there is some strong guidance around that, and remembering that it's a balance, and figuring out what that balance is and what it looks like for you. And I think that you'll need to spend some time with this. The word I hear is mapping out what that looks like for you, right? Now, our next message is the Empress here, right? So let's see what they want to tell us with this one. They're saying you have a lot of wonderful ideas, and you're probably very connected to the elements and nature and Mother Earth, and you have a lot of great ideas. Don't be afraid to express them and let other people know about them. I hear that you have some really great ideas that you've been keeping a little bit on the down low, and this is a good time for you to express what those are, especially that some of you have like really big plans, like really like deep things that you've thought about that can help humanity, ways for everyone to grow. And they're letting you know that this is a good time for you to share your story, right? Sing your song, share your story. Now, I'm going to pull a few cards on work and career, because I hear that that's, if you're listening to this now, I hear that that's a category that we need to focus on. So we'll pick this one up. And okay. Well, some of you got some stuff going on. So So some of you, and this was again in working career I asked about. So some of you feel like it's falling apart, right? We got the Tower here, like it's not great. And this may be, maybe you are working in some place that is less than optimal for you. It needn't necessarily be like a toxic workplace, but maybe it's a place where you don't thrive, or I hear for some people, it's the word I hear is shallow. Like it's like you're deeper than the organization. Like you've got some deep thoughts. You really want to help out your base, and you can't do that with where you are, and you're really limited. And so it feels like the tether that was there that held everything together feels like it's drifting away, drifting apart, and falling to the ground. And you're not sure where you fit in with that, where you fit in with the mix, and what your next move could be. But then we find ourselves with this guy here, with the Knight of Pentacles. And so with this one, they're trying to tell us that you can walk away, and you will have other opportunities. You'll have other monetary opportunities and other places that you will connect with in a better way that fit your vision, and there will be abundance there. So this might be falling apart a little bit, or it feels like it's falling apart, or like you're not sure if you should jump ship. And of course, this is a transformative card too, right? Because sometimes we needed to go, right? We were staying too long. We saw the red flags, and we were still like, oh, well, let me stay a little bit longer. But this tells me that there's something better for you. And again, you may not be certain of where you're meandering to, but you're going to go someplace that's going to benefit you and serve a better purpose for you. And you may feel uncertain. We've got the Fool here. It may feel like, you're without a life preserver and you're jumping into the deep end, but they're letting you know that Spirit's got you, and that there's other folks that are going to help you get ahead, and that those bonds and connections that you have been fostering are what is going to help you. And that is work that you've already been doing, that you've already planted those seeds with, like in terms of like friendships I hear, and networks, but not shallow ones, like meaningful ones, like other people who really care about the same kinds of things that you do. And we're going to pull a few more cards in this particular area, because I hear there's more to the story that I should share. So let's see what we got. They're telling you that be strong, right? Here's the Strength card. Be strong, because there are times where you will feel ungrounded, or it'll feel like, especially for those who've worked in a place for a long time, right? And it's it's kind of like that devil, there's some stuff that's wrong there, but you also feel like, well, there's stuff that's wrong there, but it's like this wrong stuff that I'm used to, that I'm familiar with, and that I know, right? So they're letting you know that you can feel safe moving forward, and I think that if you take that step along your journey, if you move a little bit forward in your journey, and you listen to that guidance and intuition, which I think is you've heard, right? You've probably heard or visualized or seen yourself somewhere else into the future, that good things are awaiting you, right? Here's the 10 of Cups. Good things are awaiting you, and you really will feel fulfilled. And so I'm asking about work and career, but whatever this new thing is that you're going towards is really something that's going to be more satisfying and fulfilling and sustainable, right? It's something that's sustainable, something that you can do every day. And I think that where you are, if you stay, or you think, well, maybe I should stay here, it's not sustainable is what I hear. And again, I think that there's a lot of barriers to success, right? And so where you're going is going to be someplace that's going to feel like there's success there. This, though, all that being said, is an emotional time period. Right? This is the Four of Cups here. It's an emotional time period. and you don't have all the answers. And so that can feel scary and uncertain, and it can feel lonely and all these things. And it's going to hit you in the emotions is the place that it's going to hit you the most. And definitely you really, I think, will struggle with feeling like you're not connected to like a community, or like feeling like alone. Or for those of you who work someplace where it wasn't just a workplace, it was more of like I'm struggling for the word, not cult, but it was something more. It wasn't just a workplace. Like, it was connected deeply to your identity. Like, the example I would give you is like for myself. I'm a librarian, and so the library I'm really connected to being a librarian. I feel like it's part of my identity, right? So the library as a place is more than just like a workplace, right? It's like a connection of a lot of other people that I know. You may have something similar with whatever you do. And so moving forward or leaving, it feels not like you're just leaving the job, but like you're feeling like you're leaving behind a little bit of your identity too, especially if you're moving to a completely different area or profession. Okay, does that make sense? So again, there will be opportunities coming your way. That's what they're telling me. So you may feel like things are crumbling, right? Things are falling apart a little bit at work or your career, you're not sure, but other things are coming your way, and those other things are going to be really beneficial to you. Right, and they're going to be beneficial to your soul growth also. Now, we're going to go ahead and pull an Archangel Michael card and see what our final closing guidance is and what they want us to know. Okay, and they are affirming that your outcome is going to be really good. Right here we got a favorable outcome, and I'm going to read you this. And so the prayer from Archangel Michael is, thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. Really, your angels are letting you know, and your guides letting you know that you have somebody to lean on as you decide what the next step along your path will be. And if you have felt that, something was not equitable to you before. Like, I sense that some of you, you're in this workplace for a while, and maybe you really struggled with getting ahead. You saw yourself perhaps being, passed over for certain promotions or things like that you thought you were due, or you felt like, oh, I can never get ahead. They're letting you know that on the other side of that, if you move about your journey, that it will be favorable to you, that it'll feel more just or equitable, or like you'll finally feel like there's a community of people here who like understand my worth or my growth, especially if you feel like you've been invisible at work. And I hear that there's some of you listening where you felt that way, like you're doing a lot of hard work and you're not sure if anybody is recognizing all the hard work that you have been doing. Okay, so that is your message and your reading for the week. I hope that hit with you and resonated with you. If so, please do share and like this. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.